In their home white shirts and shorts, Craig Murley to get it going here. The opening tip controlled by Tennessee State. And with the ball, it is Cooper. Cooper at the top, guarded by Hill. Bounce comes to the left side to Fitzgerald. Trying to go down on the low block, and it's bumped out of bounds off the hands of Johnson, and it'll go to Murray State.
Good post defense that time to start the game by K.J. Williams as he was fighting around over the top of the offensive player to knock that out of bounds.
Hill will bring it up, crosses the midcourt stripe with a left-hand dribble, looks on the wing to Brown. He's high left side, passes to Burns. He looks right, finds Hill, holds the ball above his head, finds Collins. He's at the left elbow. They leave him open. He drives in and hits the layup off the glass.
That's by design as Matt McMahon looking for a spark to get Carter Collins going early.
Collins coming off a 10-point game, only a second double-digit effort of the season, happening at SIU this past Saturday. Fitzgerald has it out high. He's about 4 feet inside the midcourt stripe. Looks left side on the wing, finds Fitzgerald. He's trying to get it inside. He's going to put it up from 19 feet, hit the backboard and nothing else, and Brown has the rebound. Looks for transition offense, hits another gear, finds Hill for the open look three in the corner. It's no good. Burns rebounds, finds Brown for an open three, and he can't get it. Rebound tipped by Burns, and finally pulled out of there by Nicholson.
DJ Burns battling that offensive glass.
Burns, the #1 offensive rebounder in the league at 3.7 per contest. In fact, 3 of the 4 top rebounders in the league playing here tonight. Right side, it's Johnson. A couple of dribbles. He'll throw on the wing. Driving down low. Marshall had his knocked from behind by Hill, but it goes out of bounds.
Keep your eyes on Carlos Marshall. Maybe the best pure scorer in the OVC along with Tevin Brown. He's got size at 6'6", and he can shoot it all the way to the three-point line.
Cooper, the trigger man, knocked away, and the Racers able to get the steal as Collins pokes it to K.J. Williams. They'll leave it for Brown, and he'll bring it up. Minute and a half in, the Racers a 2-0 lead. Pass comes on the wing left side to Hill. He'll go top of the key, right side at the elbow, leaves it for Williams. That leaves him wide open for a three. No good, and the Racers can't buy a three. They're 0 for 3 to start it. TSU has the rebound. Out top with it is Cooper. Wants a screen. He's hedged by Williams, and he made contact and knocked him down, and that'll go as an early foul on KJ.
KJ Williams with that foul 30 feet away from the basket. You want a hard hedge, but you don't want to foul that far, especially if you're KJ Williams, as he's aggressive anyway. Now he's got to play really smart.
Johnson is out of the game, and checking in for him is Emmanuel DeWanna, 6'10 sophomore. So some size in there. Cooper mid-block, takes it on in, puts the shot up, missed it, but we'll get a foul. I believe this one may be against Burns, and it is, and it'll be his first. Free throws coming for TSU.
Interesting that Matt McMahon is going with Carter Collins against Marcus Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is the good sophomore guard. Had such a good year last year, can really score the basketball. Thought that might be Juice Hill's responsibility defensively, but trying to keep Juice Hill out of foul trouble, Matt McMahon going with Carter Collins on him.
First free throw is no good. The second one in the air, and it also rattles out. So back-to-back misses for Kenny Cooper. Pretty good free throw shooter at 72%. Couldn't get either go down. Racers still up 2-0. Top offensive teams in the league meeting, and 2 points in 2.5 minutes. Collins at the elbow, bounces. Beautiful inside. K.J. Williams puts it up and in.
Great
crashes
pass
to the floor.
Carter Collins seeing K.J. Williams come off the screen.
Racers a 4-0 lead, 17-24 and ticking. Cooper has it out high, calls for a screen up top, gets it, goes to the left side, hedged by Williams, continues to dribble, throws left side on the wing to Nicholson. He'll jack up a three. It hit the backboard and then was knocked out of bounds by TSU. DeWanna with the last person to touch it, and it'll go to the Racers.
TSU taking the last 2 threes, have hit nothing but backboard, Neil, and this is a team that, along with the Racers, the 2 best shooting teams in the OVC from behind the line, and collectively tonight they're 0 for 4 to start the game.
DeWanna, a Purdue transfer out of Miami. 4-0, the Racers on top, pitching a shutout for 3 minutes here, but their offense hasn't been very good. And a steal, attempted steal up the sideline by Marshall, but he stepped out of bounds as he tried to take it away from Collins. It'll go back to Murray.
TSU opening up man-to-man. They will also play some 2-3 from time to time, but primarily Penny Collins is going to play man-to-man defense.
Collins will trigger it in front of the scoreboard across court. Racers go, as is always the case, basket to our left to open the first half. Hill has it out top. One hands it to Williams. Looks inside. Finds Burns. Now on the wing it goes to Brown. One hands to Williams. Left side Hill deep on the wing. Top of the key, Collins. Three at the top, and he drained it.
Great arch on that shot by Carter Collins.
He's hitting 40% from three range over his last 10 shots. That's over a 3-game stretch, and he knocks that one down. Collins starting to show some signs of life offensively, and the Racers are up 7-0. Right side, the pass comes to Fitzgerald. Has it at his waist, finds Dewana. He's going to dribble it once, pass it back out top to Marshall. Looks for a screen. 4 on the shot clock, lost the ball. Collins has it. He can't touch it because he's dribbled it already. He tried to protect it. TSU picked it up. Burns tried to yank it out of there, and a possession arrow is going to go to the Racers. Collins was trying to tell somebody you have to come get the ball, but they didn't really understand what he was telling them.
Well, I think when he lost it, Neil, I think he could still, even though he dribbled, I think he could go pick it up as long as he came to a stop. And he obviously didn't think so. You could dribble. He lost his dribble. Then he could go pick it up, but the Racers end up with the ball anyway. With the hustle there, the Racers will have it on the side.
7-0 the score. Racers defensively locked in. I mean, absolutely locked in, no doubt about it. Brown to trigger. Bounces it out high to Hill at the big end. Lobs it right. KJ Williams has it. He'll dribble it on the floor. It's a handoff to Brown, top of the key. Tries to curl inside. He's fouled. That'll get us to our immediate timeout. And the Racers up 7-0 at the 15:57 mark of the half. Powered by CFSB. This is the Racer Sports Network on ESPN+. Appetizers, flatbread, street tacos, and one-of-a-kind smash burgers. Hoptown has something for everyone and can't wait to welcome you in and deliver a great experience every time you walk through their doors at 317 Chestnut and Murray. Hoptown Brew Pub. Please drink responsibly.
Racers defending at a high level, Neil. Already forced 3 turnovers, and TSU only 0 for 2 from the field so far. Racers with a 7-0 lead have been able to get paint touches, and then also Carter Collins stretched that defense with a nice 3.
Underneath out of bounds, corner 3 by Collins, and he hit another.
There's 2 in a row for the left-hander.
10-0 Murray State, 8 of those from Carter Collins. Off to his best start as a Racer. Out high Cooper. Finds Fitzgerald on the wing, gets a screen, but he's hedged by McMullen. Fitzgerald drives inside the elbow, puts the floater up, rattles no good, and McMullen grabs the rebound. He finds Juice Hill, the Racers up 10-0. Under 15.5 remaining, opening half of action. Tennessee State, the 3rd highest scoring team in the league. The Racers, number 1. Pass to the top, it's Burns. Right side, Collins nearly fell down at the elbow. He'll bring it out with the pass high on the right wing to Brown. 10 on the shot clock. He directs traffic. Looks like he's going to try to take it. Step back 3 through contact. Missed it, and we'll get a pushing foul called against Tennessee State as Emmanuel Dewana gave a little shove and picked up the foul.
Yeah, Nick McMullen fighting on the offensive glass there, and Dewana pushed him in the back as that shot went up. And you see McMullen working on the glass there, and Dewana with just a little shove in the back.
Hill, the underneath out of bounds, lobs it way out near the mid-stripe, but Collins able to snag it. As we go into the 15-minute mark, a 10-0 Murray State lead. Trey Hannibal reports to the table. He'll come in when he can. Hill at the top, works the sideline, left-hand dribble at the elbow. He's going to try to go deep on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Burns finds Collins. He's going to have to shoot to beat the clock. Missed it, but Burns the rebound to Collins. Doesn't want the 3. Shovels it in for McMullen. Hammered from behind, and it's out of bounds. It'll go to the Racers.
Yeah, a lot of contact there in the post. Johnson gets the blocked shot. As you see Carter Collins drive that gap, gives a nice pass, and Johnson comes over and is able to block that out of bounds, and the Racers will keep it underneath the basket.
Hannibal in. Collins comes out with a breather. Burns finds Hannibal at the top to Hill. He directs Brown to go to the other side. 14.5 remaining. TSU still hadn't scored. 10-0 Racers. Hill works it on the right side. Looks for a screen from Burns. He'll pull up for a three. Not in rhythm. Missed the shot. Had to launch that one because of the shot clock. And it kicks out. TSU has the rebound. Trailing 10-0. That's Boyd into the ball game. Seeing his first action. Dedrick Boyd came in at the dead ball. TSU still looking to get on the clock or on the board. And a pass comes inside to Johnson. And he's pushed from behind, and a foul goes against the Racers.
Got Trey Hannibal reaching over the top there, trying to make something happen. He's been so good for the Racers coming off the bench with a real spark, offensively and defensively. Leading the Racers in free throws attempted and made. Off the bench, Trey Hannibal is.
Burns checks out, and Skipper Brown in. He's played well over the last 2 games. Lob pass comes out to Nicholson. Dribbles once, puts it in the hand of Marshall. They're going to have to try to get him on track. He gets it to Boyd between the circles. He rejects the screen, goes to the elbow inside it, and hits the 13-footer.
Boyd driving the gap and getting to that free throw line. They pull up jumper.
First points of the game for Tennessee State. Left side Hill was tripped. They didn't see anything, and he throws it away as it's Nicholson. The official just didn't see it. Racers get a steal by Hannibal, who was falling down, and volleyball style batted it into the hands of McMullen.
Yeah, or a free safety, it looked like, going for the interception. Great play by Trey Hannibal.
So Hannibal gets it right back after Hill lost the ball. He's on the wing, passes it out high to McMullen. He's going to drive it in, takes a bump, finds Hill for the deep three on the wing. No good, front of the rim. And Hannibal slaps it into Skipper Brown for the 2.
Is that guy tonight, and he is last 5 games averaging 17 points and 50% behind the 3, but he's been shut out so far.
Cooper with the ball. TSU, they've only taken 4 shots. Hit 1 of them. There's a 3 on the way. It's an air ball, but rebound out of bounds. Nicholson had it in his hands, and when he dropped it, it fell out of bounds, and the Racers have it.
I've watched this TSU team play, Neil, and they can score the ball. And I just credit the Murray State defense tonight. TSU's taken 5 shots, 3 of them been air balls. Hadn't drawn any rim at all. They're really struggling shooting the ball.
Hannibal will bring it up as Juice Hill has a breather. Skipper Brown out high, throws left side now to Daquan Smith, who's in the game. He's on the wing. Through the legs once, mid-block extended. It comes to Williams, tried to go up for the hook, lost the ball, then threw it away, trying to get it to Hannibal. Nice interception there by Boyd. He'll bring it up for TSU. He's between the circles, has the only points in the game, bringing him off the bench. Cooper right side, rejects the screen, goes inside for the swim move, missed the shot at point-blank range, and Hannibal rebounds in heavy traffic inside. Bounced it in to K.J. Williams, poked away, but stolen by Skipper Brown and stuffed in.
Trey Hannibal led the break there, gave K.J. Williams a good pass. He just couldn't convert it, but Skipper Brown cleaned it up.
14-2 Murray State up against our next media timeout. TSU has the ball. Cooper has it out high. Asks for a screen from Johnson. Goes left side. Tried to drive down the lane, instead passes to Marshall. He'll try to get going with a 3, and he drained it.
Yeah, you hate to see Carlos Marshall drain one now. He's one of those guys that can score in bunches.
4th in the league in three-point shooting, 44%. Shot missed by the Racers. A rebound by TSU, but they throw it away.
So the Racers doing it with their defense tonight. Not shooting it particularly well. Only 2 for 10 to start the game behind the line.
Up top, it is Hannibal. Sees an opening inside. Drives in, had his shot blocked, but we'll get a foul as Hannibal crashes to the floor, and a foul called against Tennessee State. It'll be Dewana with the personal foul. It'll be his 3rd foul. He has all of them for Tennessee State.
As you see Trey Hannibal drive down that lane, he is so good at getting paint touches as he leads the Racers with free throws attempted and made this season, and starting to shoot them much better from the line now as he's at 71%.
That's 12th best in the Ohio Valley Conference. He'll have another one coming. It's up. Back of the iron won't go, and the rebound by Tennessee State. So Hannibal can't get either one to go down as the Racers missed their first 2 free throws. And so is TSU. The teams have combined to go 0-4 from the stripe. 11-14 and ticking. Marshall inside, it goes. Blocked by Skipper Brown, but rebound back up. Marshall up front of the rim, got his own rebound, put it up. Still can't get it to go. It comes to Boyd for 3. He missed it. And another offensive rebound, and we'll get a reaching foul called against the Racers, and that'll go against Skipper Brown.
Matt McMahon upset with the Racers on that possession as TSU crashing the offensive glass. 3 offensive possessions, and they'll keep the basketball with baseline out of bounds play.
Lot pass comes to Nicholson. Now to Marshall, just beyond the elbow, finds Cooper. It's tipped by Brown, and Hannibal intercepts it. Across the stripe, drives inside, swim move, put it up, missed the shot, drew the contact, and Hannibal will get 2 more opportunities to shoot.
It's amazing how Trey Hannibal can make something happen in transition. You see here, there's no numbers, 1-on-3 possibly, and he's able to do the Euro step around the first defender and get to the foul line. She's got 2 shots.
Swift and Staley partnering with the Racers this season. They will donate $3 to the Merriman House in Paducah for every free throw made. Visit GoRacers.com for an up-to-date tracker and more information on the Merriman House. The first one is up and in by Hannibal for his first point of the game. 15-5 Racers. They're not lighting it up offensively, as Kenny told you. Hitting only 40% from the field, 20% from the lane, and another missed free throw. Hannibal's 1 for 4 at the line, but the Racers still up 10. Cooper brings it up across the big M at center court. Comes left side through a double team. Corner 3 in the air. It's too long, and the Racers have the rebound on the miss by Marshall. Williams finds Hannibal in traffic. Takes it in. Contact, blocking foul. And Hannibal, I guess, will get back to the line. No, that's only the 6th, and that wasn't in the act, I don't think. Was it?
Yeah, I think he's shooting 2 there,
really?
Too.
Again?
Yeah.
All right.
Matt McMahon just pulled Trey Hannibal over, thinking there was going to be, some great coaching on his free throw. Yeah, so Matt McMahon looked at him and said, "Hey, do you want me to shoot him for you?" Trey shook his head, "No, coach."
It is underneath out of bounds. Williams in the corner finds Collins to Burns to Hannibal. They'll work the left side to Hill. Active hands knocked away by Marshall, but he saves it to Burns, who stuffed it in.
Well, Carlos Marshall with a heads-up play there and just got a bad bounce of the ball.
17-5 Murray State. TSU's missed their last 4 shots, just 1 of their last 7. 2 of 11. Out top, Fitzgerald uncranks the 3. He can't get it to go. Back to the iron. There's a lid on it. Hill the rebound for the Racers, who are up 12. Pass goes into the corner to Collins. Down to the mid-block extended. K.J. Williams backs his way in, looks for the hook, goes the other way. Banked and somehow got it to go high off the glass.
Yeah, a lot of contact there, and K.J. Williams played through it.
19-5, Marshall in the corner, stepped out of bounds. We saw that happen twice in the women's game earlier. Now TSU, whenever Marshall caught it, the official right there on the sideline and said, "You're out of bounds."
And that's 7 turnovers for TSU. You see K.J. Williams working on the low block there, and he got it to fall. TSU goes 2-3 zone now.
Racers 47% as their average climbs shooting. Collins has it out high, now to Hill. Collins thought it's going with 3. Hill, top of the key, now gets in for the elbow jumper and rattles in.
I love that decision by Juice Hill there as he had a contested 3, ball faked and got to an open 15-footer.
Hill had missed 3 straight before getting that one to go. It's 21-5 Murray State, approaching the 9-minute mark. Spin move, that's Nicholson, just forced that shot up, didn't have anything, and the Racers have the rebound. TSU pressing a little bit. Williams finds Juice Hill, under 9 minutes remaining in the half. And the Racers right now have a blowout going, but this TSU team awfully talented, and they can score a bunch in a hurry when they get going. Collins deep out top, 3, barely hits the backboard, and it's rebounded by TSU, who promptly throws it away. Shaquem Johnson just hurled it one-handed for no reason when a bounce pass would have done, and it's an unforced turnover.
Yeah, and Coach Penny Collins just shakes his head and looks up and like, that's 8 turnovers, fellas, in the first 12 minutes of the game here. We're only shooting 15%, so something's got to change for us to stay in this game.
And that's from a senior. You wouldn't expect Johnson to do that. Normally, a younger player sometimes would. Racers up 21-5. They're on a 7-0 run, hit 5 of their last 7 shots. Hill throws to Brown. Meanwhile, TSU's missed 6 in a row. Collins has it out top to the left side. Hill to the point it comes to Collins. Gets a screen, doesn't want the 3. Hill at deep 3 range. He's going to have to shoot. 3 on the shot clock. Finds Williams, who puts the floater up in the lane. Good.
Juice Hill driving the baseline, dragging 2 defenders with him that freed up KJ Williams.
Williams has 6. It's 23-5 Murray State. 2 for 13. 15% from the field for TSU. Marshall throws it beyond the free throw line, and it's another steal. Brown throws to Hill. Inside, Brown with a one-hand. Aren't knocking down threes, it would be worse, but TSU, they're fully capable. Full court pressure applied by the Racers out of the timeout as Collins guards Fitzgerald, who brings it up the side. He has it inside the big M, throws it right side now to Cooper. To the right wing. It's Johnson inside. Marshall missed the stuff, but it's out of bounds. They said touch last by the Racers.
DJ Burns came from the weak side to contest that dunk by Carlos Marshall.
I mean, it's that way. Right now, TSU can't get a dunk to go in. But again, warning you, this can change in a hurry. On the inbounds, Marshall nearly had it stolen as he was double teamed, but he's able to get out of trouble, find Nicholson out high. He spins his way to the free throw line, contested jumper, it won't go. Had to shoot it to beat the shot clock, and Brown has the ball. He'll spin, being guarded by Marshall. He finds Burns, left side Collins. 25-5 Racers as we approach the 7-minute mark of the first half. Hill inside the midcourt stripe. Looking right side for Brown. Nothing doing there. Brown with only 2 points so far, and the Racers still rolling. 5 on the shot clock. Brown notices that. Trying to go behind the back. Has to shoot a deep air ball. Doesn't get it up. It'll be a shot clock violation for the Racers.
Carlos Marshall doing a nice job that possession on Tevin Brown and keeping any of the actions from working for the Racers and forcing a bad shot.
2 for 12, 17% for the Racers from 3 range. 1 of 6, 17% from 3 range for Tennessee State. Get the kids away from the TV. Don't let them see this 3-point exhibition, at least now. Pass comes out high to Cooper. Right side Marshall gives a shot fake, steps in for the 15-footer, and he hit it.
These are the 2 best 3-point shooting teams in the OVC, Neil, at 38%, and they are together 3 for 17.
We thought it might be the first one to 90 wins, but as of right now, it doesn't look that way. 25-7, crossover dribble, finds Hill open for 3. Can't get it to go, but rebound Collins. Brown will try his first 3 make. He can't get it to go, and TSU the rebound. Under 6 minutes to go, 25-7. 2 for 14 for the Racers from 3 range. Cooper, he'll try a 3, and he drained it, and here comes TSU.
Kenny Cooper has got a nice left-handed stroke as he's a transfer from Western Kentucky.
25-10, Racers haven't scored in 2 minutes. Hill finds Burns on the baseline, tries to take his man one-on-one with a swim move. Instead, he'll lob it out to Collins. 15 on the shot clock, 5.5 to go. Collins to the left side, draws a double team. He's going to take it into the paint, fade away 15 feet, it won't go. Rebound Juice Hill, it did get rimmed, so the Racers get a fresh shot clock.
DJ Burns on that tip on the offensive glass with a new possession.
Hill out top, drives right side, puts the finger roll off the glass and in.
Yeah, competition layup by Juice Hill.
27-10, breaks a mini drought by the Racers. Fitzgerald, though, gets inside and missed a wide open layup off the side of the rim. Williams rebounds, finds Hill on the wing, gives a fake as if he's going to shoot a 3, then shovels it across the lane to Burns, who wasn't expecting it, and he was ready to rebound. It's lost to TSU.
Hit him right in the hands. Nice drive and dish by Juice Hill. DJ Burns just wasn't ready for it.
Fitzgerald has it out high, 27-10 Murray State. Fitzgerald guarded by Hill, throws right side to Nicholson. He'll go to Cooper, tries to go baseline. Draws a double team, throws it out top to Nicholson. Spins inside the elbow, fade away from 10. It's in and out, and Williams the rebound. And the lid back on for Tennessee State after they'd made a couple back-to-back. Out high, Williams goes in, puts it up, draws contact, and the foul will go against Shaquem Johnson, his first. Williams to the line for 2.
Racer scouting report tells us that KJ Williams, if the Racers get the ball in the paint, TSU contests every shot. You can see here that KJ Williams goes to the glass and Johnson just fouls. Really no chance to block that shot.
Williams at the line. Puts it up and hit it. KJ averaging 13 rebounds per game over the last 2 contests. First one up and good. That's the first make by anyone not named Trey Hannibal tonight. He was 1 for 4. Next one by Williams in the air. Got it. 8 points for Williams. He'll come out of the game. Nick McMullen checks in, 29-10 Racers.
Important 4 minutes for both teams, Neil, to finish this half. Who can get the advantage? Can the Racers extend the lead, go into the locker room with a big lead, or can TSU fight back in to get it under double figures?
And that's what the Tigers will be trying to do, just carry some sort of momentum into the second half. Right now they don't have it, but time to get it. Nearly lost. It's off the feet of Cooper, but picked up. That's Cooper with the 3, no good. And Brown rebounds for the Racers into Hannibal. Tried to 10 Racers.
TSU, on the other hand, has got to get Carlos Marshall more touches, as he is their premier scorer. They've got to get him going, as he's only 2 for 4 in the game.
You could hear the second free throw rip the net. 31-10 Racers. 3:38 and ticking. Marshall tries to spin away from Brown. He's used his dribble. Comes out high. New player in the game. That's Drew Acosta seeing his first action. Sets a screen. Rejected by Marshall. Spins inside the elbow. Lost the ball out of bounds. Touched by TSU. It'll go to the Racers on the 10th turnover by the Tigers.
I think there's so many wing players in the OVC, Neil, that when they walk out on the floor and see number 10, Tevin Brown, standing beside them to start the game, they like, oh no, because what a premier defender he is. He forced that turnover just with his ball pressure.
And Brown impacting the game that way. Hasn't impacted it as far as direct offense. 2 points, 1 of 4 shooting. The Racers still up 21. That has to make you think about it for the other OVC teams. Right side Hannibal. Hasn't hit a 3 this season. Doesn't take one there. Goes to the elbow for the jumper and hit it.
And that's his game there. Ball fake at the 3-point line. Drive it into the elbow and jump up and hit that 15-footer.
Hannibal has 5 points. It's 33-10. Racers' biggest lead. Acosta sets a screen, and McMullen too hard a hedge. Can't do that. And as he picks up the foul against Kenny Cooper.
One of the hardest plays in college basketball is for big men to be able to run full speed for 10 steps on a hard hedge without fouling.
Fifth foul against the Racers. Acosta, that's a moving screen as he angled his hip out to knock the defender into the other player. That didn't succeed, but the official saw it. It'll be a foul against Drew Acosta, 6'11" sophomore.
Nick McMullen is improving right before our eyes, especially on the defensive end and around the basket, as he is continuing to get better and better off the Racer bench.
Acosta at 6'11" out of Cloud County Community College. Collins, right side to Skipper Brown. Finds Hannibal. Now to McMullen. They'll take it inside, put it up. Rattles off, no good. Skipper Brown tried to tip it to himself. Didn't have the angle to do that. Acosta snags the rebound. 2 for the last 13 from the field for Tennessee State. Cooper has it dribbling at the right elbow. Looks left side. He finds Boyd. Takes it in the paint for the fadeaway. 8-footer, and he hit it.
Boyd's a good offensive player for TSU, as he has come into the game averaging 12 points a game.
He has 4. It's been a little cold recently from 3 range. McMullen to the right side, gets it to Collins on the give and go, lets the man go by, and it's a layup up and good by McMullen.
Thought he might have skidded that pivot foot, but he came to a jump stop and got the Racer bucket.
First points from McMullen. It's 35-12 Racers, equaling their biggest lead. McMullen with the hedge on Cooper. Right side, he'll flip it to Marshall at the top of the key. Throws left side now to Boyd. He'll spin at the elbow. Fadeaway 17-footer, barely drew iron. Brown snags the rebound, looks for a transition bucket. Tried to throw, and Marshall deflected it. It'll be a 2-on-2 break for TSU. Driving inside Boyd, finger roll up and in.
Racers tried to make something happen there that probably wasn't available, and Matt McMahon said, let's slow it down here and get a good shot.
14 to go. Collins will inbound it in front of the TSU bench, and Hill has it with 20 on the shot clock. Dribbling out high. Racers put 4 on the back line. Hill comes to the right side. Brown in the far corner. Whips it to Williams with a 3 contested. Racers still can't buy one. 2 of 14 from the field. From 3-point range, that drops him to 14%. Driving the one-hander up and in. Boyd's been a huge lift off the bench. He has 8. 35-16, the Racers' 23-point lead. Now down to 19. Hill, right side, goes in with traffic, throws up a crazy shot that luckily for the Racers bounces out to KJ Williams. He tries to take Acosta to the hoop, had it knocked away from behind, and TSU forces the turnover, and Boyd out of there with it. Top of the key, Boyd's having none of the give up as he is fighting hard to try to get his team back in this one. Looks like TSU will try to hold for the final shot and try to end it with a nice little run of their own. Trying to shave a 23-point lead, perhaps down to 16. 3, left wing, no good. And we get a flopping warning against Tennessee State, and that's Boyd. The Racers have the rebound with 3.1 seconds to go.
Racers have 3 seconds to go the length of the floor, and these are the things they work on day after day, Neil. Is we got 3, we got to go the length of the floor in 3 seconds. What do you run here? And you try to get something quickly on the pass to half court, and then you'll see Tevin Brown be moving as the ball's in the air, as he'll try to be the recipient of the second pass.
Collins gets it to Hill, finds Brown. Win games when they're not getting.
Yeah, they sure can, and they're able to get paint touches not just through the post, but off the bounce as well.
TSU gets the ball. They had a little bit of momentum to end the half. Let's see if they make any adjustments. Shakim Johnson takes it in. That's not the way you want to start. Get a tremendous look at the basket and miss a layup.
Just a $1,000 move and a 50-cent shot. Wasn't he right at the front of the rim, and it just clicked off the back.
Racers with the rebound from KJ Williams. Hill throws to Brown out top. Back to Hill. Curls that pass to the mid-block. Trying to post up on his man. Goes up for the left-hand hook. Rattles, no good. The rebound tipped out to Tennessee State. Marshall out of there with it. Looks for a transition bucket, but the Racers recover quickly. Marshall gives it up right side to Fitzgerald. Deep on the wing. Thought of a step back 3. Decides not to. Hits Cooper. Out between the circles. Penny Collins barks instructions. It's a handoff to Marshall. Gives a shot fake, and it's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds.
Tevin Brown so active with his hands there, is able to slap that out of Carlos Marshall's hands. TSU keeps the basketball, though, on the side.
Marshall limited to 5 points. Brown's been tremendous on him defensively, although Brown doesn't have a lot to show for it offensively with just 2. Fitzgerald inside, goes up, throws it over everything. Well defended by Williams, who also picks up his 8th rebound. He finds Hill on the wing. To Williams out top. He traveled with it.
Did.
No doubt about that as the Racers pick up their 7th turnover.
Matt McMahon said reverse the basketball. Catch that ball and reverse it to the weak side instead of trying to make a move there so early in the shot clock.
A minute in, it's 35-16, right where we were at halftime. TSU has the ball with Fitzgerald. They'll bring it across the midcourt stripe. Racers playing man-to-man. They'll find Johnson out high. Couple of dribbles, a handoff to Marshall at the free throw line. Goes inside to Johnson, puts the right hand hook up, and he hit it. So Johnson missed the layup, but he hit a really tough shot there. First points for Shakim Johnson.
TSU opens up in their man-to-man as well.
Right side, Collins. He finds Williams. Little push from behind. Puts the shot up, missed it. TSU gets the rebound. Looking for a little momentum. Fitzgerald, top of the key, goes to Cooper. Throws it on the right side down to Marshall. They're wanting to get him going. Fitzgerald off on the right. Inside at the left elbow. Nicholson to Marshall. Drives on Brown, and we get a foul on the floor, I believe, according to the official. It'll be a baseline inbounds for TSU as Brown picks up the personal.
Carlos Marshall, so big and strong for a guard. You see him catch it there, and he's going to go to that right hand. He loves to go back to that right side of the floor, and he's able to draw the foul from Brown.
Lob pass comes out to Fitzgerald. 2 minutes into the second half. Left-hand dribble, Fitzgerald, mid-block. He absorbs a bump and puts it up and in.
Just the opposite for Fitzgerald, as he likes that left hand, and he's able to score the basketball off the bounce.
Coming off a career-high 23, that's Fitzgerald's first points. So some light beginning to show for TSU. And remember, the Racers coming off an awful offensive second half against SIUE, where they barely shot 20%. Collins for a three in the air, front of the rim. It won't go, but Hill has the rebound, tipped to him. He's going to take it inside for the floater. He can't get it, and TSU with the rebound. Tigers looking to build some quick momentum. Fired inside, knocked away, but a reaching foul called against the Racers. It'll be TSU's ball.
Racers not starting well offensively coming out of the locker room, Neil, and you don't want to give a team life. And TSU is seeing some life right now as they've outscored the Racers 4-0 coming out of the locker room, and Nicholson will go to the line for two.
Good free throw shooter, but it rattles in and out, 73%. That's 11th best in the league coming in. Tennessee State at the line, 72%. That's third best in the OVC. Collins out, Hannibal in.
Nicholson, a good player, transferred from UAB his last 5 games. He's averaging 13 and 8 for TSU.
Ripped the net on that with 35-21. A 5-0 start for Tennessee State. Remember, the Racers were at one time up by 23. That's down to 14. Zone action now for TSU. Hill hits Burns, left side to Hannibal. Finds KJ Williams. Looks right side on the wing to Hill. Inside the elbow, hits Burns from 15. He can't get it. Hits the top of the backboard. Williams rebounds, finds Burns. Down to Brown, top of the key. Gets a screen. Nearly lost the ball. Throws it and throws it away. Cooper gets the steal, shovels it in. Nicholson missed it, but it's put back up and in by Marshall. And Matt McMahon takes a timeout as Tennessee State explodes out of the gate, 7-0 to cut a 23-point lead down to a dozen. Horsepowered by CFSB, this is ESPN Plus and the Racer Sports Network.
Turnovers, and TSU's right back in this game. 12-point game now with 16:40 left to play, and Matt McMahon extremely upset with his team on the start of the second half and the effort that they're playing with.
First half start was fabulous for the Racers, but not so much in the second half. TSU picking up with a little 1-2, what looked like a zone there to start. Pass comes left side. Down in the mid-block, McMullen had it knocked away. Brown saves it before it went out of bounds and poked out of his hands by Marshall. And the Racers didn't look very skilled with it on that possession.
No, Nick McMullen having trouble handling it in the post, and Racers have 19 seconds.
McMullen with the ball. Gets it out to Brown. Still looking for his first 3 of the night. Only has 2 points. 9 on the shot clock. Burns sets a high screen for Hill. He'll go inside. Got away with a push. Missed the shot. McMullen rebounds, and he didn't notice as they went to Hannibal that there was only 1 on the shot clock, and it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, Juice Hill's shot didn't hit the rim, and so Matt McMahon is going to extend his defense here for a while, and that coaches will do that, Neil, is pick up full court, force guys to play with effort on the defensive end, and that may get teams playing better. We'll see if it works for the Racers.
Cooper has it up the right sideline. TSU looking to keep that 7-0 run going. Johnson inside, up, no good, but rebound up and in by Nicholson, and it's 9-0 out of the gate for TSU, down to a 10-point lead after they were in a 23-point grave. Hill out top. Racers looking for their first points of the half. Right side, Hannibal deep on the wing. Gets Brown at the top. 3. No! Rebound, McMullen.
15:30 left to play.
13-0 run for TSU since the 2:02 mark of the quarter. 3 in the corner by Hannibal. And, of course, he hits his first of the season. Trey Hannibal knocks it down. 0 of 3 before that one.
Big shot by Trey Hannibal off the bench to get something going for the Racers.
Stops it for the Racers, at least for the moment. Let's see if TSU can come right back. 38-25. Fitzgerald inside through a double team. Shot up no good. Tipped into the lane, and it's going to be a run out. Juice Hill gets the ball, and he'll stuff it in. and they're going to tee him up for swinging on the rim. I thought that might be close. They'll let you hang, but then he pulled up, Kenny, and I think he got the technical for that.
You'll see him here, and good pass by Trey Hannibal, and you see Juice Hill, there's the hang, a little too long there.
A little bit of a pull-up.
Craig Murley with the technical foul.
Marshall at the line, hits the free throw.
Don't see that called a lot in college basketball, but he did hang on the rim. It's not something that the Racers, you get a little momentum, you hit a three, you get a steal and a layup. You hate to have that stop your momentum.
When you hang and pull up a little bit, you're usually going to get that call. The Racers, they get away with a foul.
Smaller lineup, playing with a lot of effort.
Tigers have the ball, down 14. Been as close as 10. Racers, though, with back-to-back buckets. Right side Cooper at the elbow, dribbles out, flips it to Nicholson. He motions someone to go to the other side of the lane, lifts his dribble out to Fitzgerald, playing more aggressively in this half. Fitzgerald tries to take Hannibal from 17, and he drained it. Fitzgerald scoreless in the first half, has 4 in the second half.
Well, he's an aggressive lefty that can score a lot of ways, Fitzgerald is.
40-28, Hill finds Skipper Brown at the top, now to Tevin Brown. Bounce down inside, shot off the glass and in by Skipper Brown. He was fouled, he'll have a chance at a three-point play. Marshall, the guilty party.
Skipper Brown with a great screen, and that's why he's open. Watch this screen, there's the great screen, then he rolls down the lane. Good hand-eye coordination to get that ball up off the backboard while he got fouled.
Skipper Brown, a 50% free throw shooter, but he's made 5 of his last 6.
Such a great lesson for college players, high school players. If you want to get yourself open, be a good screener.
Free throw back of the iron won't go. Tigers have the ball, up 42-28, and we get a reach in, and Hannibal ties him up on the other end. That'll be a TSU turnover on the possession arrow.
Trey Hannibal just impacts winning, doesn't he? Does so many little things that sometimes go unnoticed, and you see here, he sees that basketball. Trey Hannibal says, give me that. I'll take that. He forces a turnover.
Brown with the underneath out of bounds, still just has the 2 points. It's Hill to Brown. Can he get it off the schneid there? Missed it, but got him on the elbow. And Brown perhaps can get on track as he takes 3 free throws here on the foul by TSU.
Cardos Marshall wishes he had that one back as Tevin Brown was having a difficult time getting in the flow offensively, and you don't want to put him at the line and give him 3 free ones to get his confidence up.
Tevin, 8th in the league in free throw shooting now at 76%. First one in the air and good. Swift and Staley's partnering with the Racers this season. They'll donate $3 to the Merriman House in Paducah for every free throw made. Visit GoRacers.com for an up-to-date tracker and more information on the Merriman House. Second one also good. Kenny, that's probably the worst thing that could have happened for TSU is to have Brown watch it go through the basket multiple times.
Sometimes you don't want to poke the bear, right? Tevin Brown doing a lot of things for the Racers tonight, but wasn't scoring the ball, and now he's seeing 3 free throws in a row go in, and you can bet that's going to elevate his confidence shooting the ball.
45-28, the Racers had let the lead slip to 10, but now it's back up to 17. Under 14 minutes to go, and Skipper Brown defensively setting up a double team, knocks it off the leg of Boyd. It'll go to the Racers.
Those long arms of Skipper Brown, he's only 6'7", but he's got a 7-foot wingspan, and he was able to reach in there and tip it away.
I think he's still mad he dropped his birthday cake. He's taking it out on the Tigers here. Out high goes to Skipper Brown, right side to Hill. He hasn't been good, and he gets inside for the one-hand stuff for Skipper Brown.
Another great screen by Skipper Brown, and he rolled hard to the basket to get the easy one.
What I was going to say, Juice hasn't been good from 3 range, but he's done everything else well. Defended well and assisted very well. The assist leader tonight, 47-28. Hill defending Fitzgerald. 15 on the shot clock, 13-16 to go. Fitzgerald leaves it for Nicholson through 2 defenders with a hop step, and Brown called for a reach-in foul, and that'll be Brown's second personal.
You see this Racer bench, they are excited for Skipper Brown having some success out there. It's very well liked by his teammates.
Just as good a young man as you can imagine. And it goes to Nicholson, and he slams it home. First field goal for Nicholson. He has 3 points. And our score is 47-30. Under the 13-minute mark, the Racers have it. Hill looks right side to Hannibal. Flips it right back to Hill. He finds Brown with a skip to the left side. He checks inside, now back to Hill. Skipper Brown sets the screen. He tells him to go inside. One hand, it goes to Hannibal. Drives through 2 defenders and threw it away. It'll come over here, touched last.
What hands.
By Tennessee State.
The Hall of Famer right there. Neil Bradley catches that hard bounce pass coming right for his glasses.
Well, catch or hit in the face. Those are the two chances I had there. Inside, Hill puts the floater up to beat the shot clock. It didn't hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation for the Racers.
Racers had a tough time that possession against the zone at TSU. Credit Penny Collins. You see the instant replay here. Look at Neil Bradley. Look at that form right there as he goes up with 2 hands. He didn't try to catch it with 1 hand. No, he caught it with 2 hands, just like good post players do.
Across the stripe, it's Fitzgerald at the big end. Works right side with a 1 bounce. Off to Johnson. Back to Fitzgerald deep on the wing. Finds Boyd at the top. Tries to get past Brown. Continuing to dribble, 6 on the shot clock. Boyd notices. Out top, it is Fitzgerald. Dribbles his way into a shot. Puts the left-hand shot up. Didn't hit anything except the backboard and right into the hands of Skipper Brown. Now to Hannibal. Hannibal looks inside for Williams. Instead hits Hannibal. To the left it goes to Brown. Down to the mid-block, Hannibal finds Williams, wide open 3. He can't get it to go. And then Steam doing well from 3 range, and that's kind of the way TSU, if they're going to get back in it, they're going to have to knock down some threes. They're just 2 of 10, 20%. The Racers even worse, though, 3 for 18. Still up 47-30 as Cooper has it out high. We're back to action out of the media timeout. 1-hand pass comes to Boyd. Holds it low, fires to Cooper. Right side 3 in the corner is good. It'll be a 4-point play opportunity for Monty Johal, who just checked into the game.
He was fouled. You see that ball reversal come, and Carter Collins trying to get out there and contest, and he fouls the 3-point shooter, and Johal will go try to make it 4.
67% at the line, missed the free throw. The Racers still up 14. They've led by as many as 23. And they're still up with only 1 field goal in the game from Tevin Brown. Hannibal finds Brown, dumps it inside and threw it away. Cooper gambled, knocked it away, finds Boyd, takes it into a double team, throws it with nowhere to go. It hit Hannibal in the back, and Boyd's able to chase it down. Puts up a 3, and it's front of the rim, no good, but it looked like it's off TSU's Acosta, out of bounds for the Racers.
Not a good possession there by TSU as they had numbers and just didn't get a ball reversal to be able to get a good shot. Forced a shot there, could have cut it down to 11.
Hannibal brings it into front court with the Racers up 47-33. Hannibal near the free throw line will back it out with a dribble. Asking for the ball, Williams. He draws a double team. Kicks it back to Hannibal for another 3, and that one's good.
Trey Hannibal 2 for 2 behind the line tonight, giving the Racers some life behind the 3-point line.
So on the season, he's at 40%. He was 0 for 3 coming into tonight. 50-33. Cooper, mid-block, throws it out top to Johal, goes inside for the crazy shot, put it off the glass and in, and he draws another foul.
Johal is able to come off the bench. He make things happen. You see him with a ball fake here, and then he just drives the lane, and DJ Burns comes over to help, and he fouls, and Johal will go to the line for the 3-point play.
Didn't get him up top, but you could see clearly bumped him with the body. Johal will try to do something he couldn't do a moment ago, and that's hit the free throw after the made basket. This time he does. So 6 points in about a minute and a half for Johal. And it's a 50-36 Murray State lead. This one far from over, folks, as the Racers have been outscored here in the second half, 20-15 by the Tigers. Hannibal out high, jump pass goes to Hill in the corner, and he missed the 3. Williams battles for the rebound, but brought it down and had it poked away, and Boyd chases it out of there. Out top, tried to cross over, and Burns stole it from him. It's a long pass intended for Williams, and a smart play by Nicholson to play cornerback and intercept it. And darn if he didn't just throw it away, trying to hit Joe Hall up the sideline. Out of bounds.
Just a comedy of errors, right? Both coaches mad at their teams. It just, you see turnover there by Juice Hill, and then TSU comes back. They're going to try to make a pass, and they throw it to Penny Collins out of bounds, and Racers will keep the basketball.
Hill had the right idea. That needed a lot more zip on it to get to him, though, Ken.
Yeah. Had a little bit of a float there.
9:50 and ticking. Hannibal on the sideline, gets a screen from Burns. One hands it to Brown, fires in the corner to Hill. Now to Hannibal, fakes the pass inside. He begins to dribble with 15 on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Burns, rejects it, goes inside, tried to shovel it to Burns. Joe Hall intercepts it, and TSU has it. As Acosta finds Cooper, now to Fitzgerald, and we have Hannibal shaken up down on the baseline. And an official, since TSU wasn't attacking, lets the Racer training staff, certified athletic trainer Eric Frederick and Matt McMahon, come out and have a look.
Looks like you're holding that right ankle. Not sure if we can get a glimpse there, if he rolled that ankle when he went to the basket trying to make the pass and
up onto his own power. So at the worst, it looks like maybe some sort of a turned ankle.
You see right there, he stepped on the other player's foot, rolled that ankle just a tad. Doesn't look like it's too bad, though.
That happens a lot in basketball with ankle injuries, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's so much force coming down on that foot, and when it doesn't hit flat, then that causes problems.
These teams, usually most of them, have tape and what they call a boot that helps minimize the damage done to ankles. A lot of time, a turned ankle is the result you see when it would be sprained otherwise. TSU with it. Joe Hall has it on the far sideline. Only 6 on the shot clock. Cooper points it out to him. Joe Hall, fade away from 15, missed the shot. And KJ Williams snags his 10th rebound. He's a bucket away from his 5th double-double of the season. 50-36 under the 9-minute mark. Hill out top. He's not having a good shooting night. 3 of 11 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3 range. Brown 1 of 5, 0 of 4 from 3 range. 8:44 and ticking. Jump pass goes to DeQuan Smith. Doesn't want the 3. Gets it into Williams, and Smith is called for the charging foul. And for the Racers, that will be the 14th turnover of the night.
DeQuan Smith just had nowhere to go there, and you can't leave your feet looking for a pass. You've got to leave your feet to make a pass, knowing where you're going to make it. But when you leave your feet and are fading, trying to find a pass, bad things happen.
8:34 left in the game. The Racers still maintaining the double-digit lead. TSU's got it as close as 10, but no closer. Cooper at the top, hedged by Williams. Drives right of the lane, lost the ball, gets it back, flips it out to Marshall. He's still yet to get going. Only 3 points in the half. Bounces it across the lane into Acosta, and we get a pushing foul called against the Racers. It'll be an underneath out of bounds for Tennessee State as DeQuan Smith is called for the push. 8:13 to go. TSU. This will be the 1-and-1, so not an underneath out of bounds as Acosta will head to the stripe. On the season, a 44% free throw shooter. Looking for his first point. It's front of the rim, no good. And Burns has the rebound for the Racers. His 5th board of the game. 4th board, rather, of the game. Burns fires to Hill. Under the 8-minute mark we go. Media timeout coming up soon. Burns down on the low block. KJ Williams takes it in against Acosta for the hook shot, and it's a beauty.
That's a great move there by KJ Williams. He flirted going in the paint, Neil. The double team was coming, so he goes back baseline and shoots that baby hook.
First points of the half for Williams, who has that double-double now, 10 and 10 inside left.
From last year, and they have showed that as they have been just dominant so far in the OVC.
Racers up 16, 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the half. Brown finds Williams in the lane, soft touch jumper, hit won't go. Left it short, TSU the rebound. Not out of it yet, but for TSU to win this, they're going to have to start making some threes, something they haven't done tonight. Just 3 for 12. Fitzgerald comes to the left elbow to Johnson. Goes inside, has it poked away. Re-stolen. Marshall puts it up from 3. It won't go. And DeQuan Smith stretches to get the rebound. Off to Hill. He finds Brown. A rhythm 3 for Brown. Good! Finally he hit one.
There's Juice Hill. Found Tevin Brown in transition.
Now 7 away from the Murray State record held by Isaiah Cannon. 55-36. Back to a 19-point advantage. Fitzgerald guarded by Hill. Gets a screen. Now throws left side to Marshall. Threw it up, hit it, looked like he was fouled, no whistle. Marshall has 10 points in the game. Brown drives inside, puts it up with the offhand layup, hit it, and Marshall fouled him. It'll be a 3-point opportunity for Brown.
Credit Juice Hill, Neil, as he is 2 possessions in a row. Comes down the court, has his head up. You see him give a beautiful bounce pass to Tevin Brown. Brown initiates the contact while the defense is moving, and he'll go with an opportunity to get 3.
So Brown, you know, TSU moments ago, thought, man, we're doing a good job on him. He's going for his 11th point right now.
Right.
Still 6.5 to go.
He can do it in a hurry, and you see Juice Hill has been the igniter to get Tevin Brown going on the offensive end.
58-38, Racers push it back to a 20-point lead, led by as many as 23 late in the first half. 6:10 remaining. Burns hedges Fitzgerald. Comes back to the right side. Over to Nicholson. Now to Cooper at the point. 8 on the shot clock. Throws to Nicholson, and he stands on the sideline. That's the second time that's happened tonight for the TSU men.
Yeah, just a lot of dribble in that possession by TSU. And you see Juice Hill here. Look at that bounce pass. Had a little English on it, so it would hit and skid up directly right into Tevin Brown's hands.
Hill, as we go into the 6-minute mark, finds Williams. To the top now Burns, right sideline Hill to Brown, starting to feel it, you can tell. Looks for a jab step. Step back 18-footer, it won't go. Burns, the offensive rebound, put it back up and in.
DJ Burns working hard on that offensive glass. Look at that smile.
Burns with 4 at 60-38. Racers within 1 of equaling their biggest lead of the night. Fitzgerald guarded by Hill. Gets a screen from Johnson. To the right side it goes. Now back to Fitzgerald. The 3 front of the rim. It won't go. And KJ Williams with the rebound for the Racers. Finds Hill. Deep 3 by Brown. It is no good. And Burns couldn't get the angle on that one. Digging it out is Cooper. He goes down low. Shot up. Blocked. At least a swat at it by KJ Williams to alter it. And instead of Johnson having an easy putback, the Racers get the rebound.
Matt McMahon says, let's run some clock here.
On the far side, Smith to Burns at the top of the key. Hand off to Hill at the free throw line. Goes inside, and he missed the layup. That kind of night for Hill, who never misses those. Marshall gets the board. He goes inside. He missed. And another offensive rebound for Burns. Finds Hill. He'll go up. Shovels it across to Williams for the layup.
So there's 3 games in 5 days, I guess.
Racers with some full court pressure as Marshall catches it, and he'll back it off with the exception of Hill, who will shadow Fitzgerald across the mid-stripe as we approach the 4-minute mark of this one. Fitzgerald with a left-hand dribble. Now goes to the right between the legs once, works the sideline, continuing his dribbling exhibition here on the side. Gives it up. Right side to Boyd at the elbow. Now to Fitzgerald. Fade away on the baseline is no good off the side of the rim. Hill has the rebound as he had to tightrope the sideline. He'll bring it up. 3:50 and ticking. Racers' biggest lead, 23. A field goal would surpass that. Instead, it's a bad pass by Brown, intercepted by Cooper, who hits the layup. That's Boyd, rather, who hit the layup. Excuse me. That was 20. 10 points for Boyd. Had 8 to lead his team in the first half. 62-40. Boyd with the steal in the bucket. Brown finds Skipper Brown. Right side to Hill. Thought of a 3. Goes inside. Going for the stuff. Skipper Brown. It was blocked by Acosta. Out of there with it. Nicholson might have got away with the walk. The official said, nope, juggling it. Didn't have, oh, at Eastern Illinois. No snow up there at all. So we're dodging a big bullet on that one. even if we get it here. Boyd, right elbow, throws into the corner. Fitzgerald drives in, double pumps, misses, tipped up and in. It may be Acosta or Marshall. We'll see who they credit.
I think Skipper Brown actually tipped it, but they're giving it to Marshall.
So Marshall gets the bucket. 62-42, 2:45 to go. Smith throws to Skipper Brown on the wing to Hannibal. Lobs it inside. Skipper Brown couldn't get the angle to put it up. He missed the shot, and Marshall has the rebound. Now Boyd out top. Deep three by Boyd. Back of the rim. It won't go. Brown having a tough time picking it up like the air went out of it, but he's able to gather it in. Gets it to Hannibal. 2:20 to go. 62-42. Racers on top. Racers now chewing up some clock. They'll put three across the back line. And Skipper Brown stands up top. Down to 10 on the shot clock as Hannibal goes right side. At the elbow extended, finds Burns, and he throws a hard pass right through the hands of Smith, out of bounds, and the Racers have another turnover. That's 17 for Murray State.
Just an unforced turnover there, and you just got to eliminate those. And I know late in the game, game's out of hand, not going to affect it, but it certainly has some effect on that coaching staff over there.
A correction, they already had posted that turnover, so it's only 16. Still plenty. Matt McMahon will certainly address it. And that's not the kind of performance you wanted to have going into Saturday against Belmont. That will not go well against the Bruins. Fitzgerald drives in, and a reaching foul called against, I think that's Bostic, who just checked in, as Brown is out, Burns is out, Williams is out. As all the Racer starters out of the game except for Collins. End of the line will be Fitzgerald, shooting two. 83% shooter. He is third best in the league. Rattles that one in.
Fitzgerald, one of the young, good players in this TSU program that Penny Collins is trying to build back.
5 in the second half, now make it 6 as he hits the second after a scoreless first half. Racers up 62-44 as Bostic has it inside the midcourt stripe against a 2-3 zone for TSU. Racers put 4 across the back line, and their job just to try to eat some clock. 10 on the shot clock. Bostic gets a high screen from Skipper Brown, drives. Corner three by Collins. Side of the rim won't go, but McMullen snags the rebound. He wants to take it back up in traffic. Triple teamed. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. I believe they call this in the act.
Nick McMullen with a lot of spinning and pump faking down there. And
they're not calling it in the act.
Here, it's got fouled once there, twice there, and 3 times there.
So he never started his active shooting, according to the official. It looked like they made the good call.
I think that's the correct call, too.
Bostic will trigger it. On the underneath out of bounds, finds Smith in the near corner. He'll dribble up high on the near sideline. Hands off to Bostic with 14 showing on the shot clock. Now 10, 106 left in the game. Bostic gets a high screen from Skipper Brown. He rejects it, lost the ball, caught it himself. Finds Smith for 3 to beat the shot clock, and he drained it.
Yeah, there's a bucket there. They are going to check that, but it was definitely off. Quick check of the game there.
We'll see Jackson Sibbles and Rod Thomas come in. Smith and Collins are out. So no starters remain in the game for the Racers.
Good camera work by our ESPN Plus crew.
Tajik Bartholomew checks in, 6'3" sophomore. Is TSU has only Marcus Fitzgerald in as their lone starter. They are playing shorthanded tonight. Fitzgerald dribbles, throws right side. Boyd, top of the key 3, back of the rim won't go. Skipper Brown saves the rebound into Bostic. 4-second differential, shot clock, game clock. And we'll see what the Racers try to do. Generally is to try to get Rod Thomas a shot, to be honest about it.
And he knows the directions to the hoop, doesn't he?
Thomas has 1-3 this season. Let's see if they try to get him another one. Skipper Brown sets a high screen. Bostic left side. May have to go with Sibbles this time. He goes inside, put it up and in. Nowhere to throw to, so he took the shot himself. Bostic's first point, 67-44, equals the Racers' biggest lead. Bartholomew goes inside, had it blocked from behind. It'll be a foul against the Racers. That's something that they didn't want to see. McMullen with the personal, and it'll be free throws for Tajik Bartholomew. Thomas got the foul. It wasn't McMullen. So Rod Thomas with the personal on the season. Bartholomew, a 67% free throw shooter. Rattles in and out. 67-44. Racers had that 23-point lead in the first half. They've led by as many as 24, 62-38. So that's been their biggest lead of the game. Second free throw, no good. McMullen snags the rebound.